And we just got the Obamacare War Room notes released by the House Oversight Committee. They are notes which I bet the Obama administration will not be happy you know about. The notes show the Obama administration was worried about more than technical glitches. They were worried, and apparently turns out rightfully so, that some consumers would discover they had fewer insurance options than they were promised by the president, and that the premiums would cost more. Oversight Committee member Congressman Jason Chaffetz joins us. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Greta.
So these are your committee notes, right?
No, these are notes. Our committee, under the leadership of Darrell Issa, myself, Congressman Jordan, Congressman Gowdy, Langford, Farenthold, we sent a letter out to these companies saying we want to get the copies of these notes. The administration has held back from us, but nevertheless, we have about 175 pages of these notes prior to the launch, and they detail a host of things that they were worried about, but went forward with the launch anyway, of course.
All right, what are the dates of most of these notes? I mean, how recent to October 1st launch date?
Some of them are pretty close to, into September, but some of them are much older than that. So it's a whole array of them. If you go to the Oversight website, they're out there, and you can go and start to look through some of this as well. We've released a part of it, but more of it will come.
You know, it's interesting today at the hearing, one of the senators from Georgia was talking about people in sort of the rural areas, I think of South Georgia, I think was the area, and talking about how the problem there is that there aren't a lot of choices. There might be two insurance companies in the markets, so that you don't get to do that sort of bargaining and get that good price.
Yeah, there's a specific part in these notes where they talk specifically about the rural areas. In Utah, I've got a significant portion of my district that has rural areas, and they talk about the fact that people are probably only going to have maybe one or two choices. The prices will probably be a lot higher, and the selection of doctors will be less. Other than that, it was, a lot of really good news. So it's horrific stuff.
Did you get any indication in the notes that they were worried about this, or was it just sort of a passing thing, or that they're trying to, oh my God, what are we going to do about this?
This was in a war room-like setting where they brought in different groups, and that's what they probably should be doing before the launch. But they're highlighting a lot of problems. One of the problems, for instance, was they had already started to investigate some fraud with a potential navigator. That was already evident, at least in one case. And so they had a host of concerns: rising prices, lack of choices, navigators that were potentially involved into fraud, a website that wasn't secure. Right? This is just sort of what they were looking at. And again, went forward with the launch anyway. You didn't hear that from anybody in the administration prior to the launch.
Congressman, thank you.